Ole! Grazie, thank you very much.
Forget about the hop-on, hop-off bus. This is absolutely the best way to see the sights in Rome. It is with a GPS, self-guided walking tour. Here is a quick preview of just some of the things you're going to see along the way. This second leg starts at the Keyhole, then makes its way over to Circus Maximus. Then, as we head to the Colosseum, we're going to go through a very interesting neighborhood called Celio, then to the Colosseum, then down via Imperial Forum, and finally over to Capitaline Hill. This is the second leg of what I'm calling the Rome Max walking itinerary. It's a GPS self-guided walking itinerary using an app called Komoot. Komoot will help you navigate this itinerary step by step. In fact, it will even give you voice-guided directions, making it super easy. And the great news is this app is absolutely free to use in the city of Rome. Rome is what they consider one of their demo cities, so you don't have to pay for a subscription when in the city of Rome. That's one of the main reasons I use it, and the other reason is because it really is a great tool to help you navigate the city, even without knowledge, to be able to access these sites and not get lost. This second itinerary basically starts where we left off on the first itinerary, but it starts over at the Keyhole, which is very close. And if you're at the Circus Maximus and you want to start the tour, just push start and it will guide you to the starting point. That's what I love about this app, is it just makes it super easy for you to follow along. So start at the Keyhole. It's a great place, a very unique place to get an interesting view of the Vatican. From there, we're going to head just a little ways away, maybe 50 meters, to Park of the Oranges. Great place to catch a sunset, a sunrise, or just go out and check a view of the city. It's absolutely stunning. Once we leave, we're going to head down a very interesting alley or streetway. As you walk down this very interesting pathway, you're going to come to the Fountain of the Triton, the Temple of Portuno, the Temple of Hercules, and La Bocca della Verità. Then the GPS will guide you towards this other really cool monument. I can't remember the name of it now, I'll put it on the screen. And then past this open market. Now the open market is only open on certain days of the week.
Buongiorno, è aperto?
No, è chiuso.
Quando?
Domani.
Domani?
Domenica dalle 8 alle 15.
Oh, perfetto, grazie.
Prego.
It's an interior like fruit market, vegetable market. If it happens to be open when you're there, go on in. There's lots of great food and things to eat and look at just outside the Circus Maximus. Now we're going to make our way back to Circus Maximus, and through Circus Maximus on our way to kind of an interesting, very interesting neighborhood. It's so central, but yet so obscure, so hidden. It's called the neighborhood of Celio. Also, right there at the Flying Buttresses, there is a little museum where you can go down and check out the old houses of the Romans. They're like underground houses. It's pretty well preserved. It's kind of amazing to walk through it and just check it out. There's a beautiful basilica back there. And then we're gonna walk out of there towards a little area. It's like a little park. And in the park, there's tons of ruins, a lot of pillars, just statues, fragments of statues, things like that. I guess it's kind of like the surplus yard of ruins, because Rome does have a lot of ruins. And this one is kind of a unique park. There's just ruins scattered everywhere. And you're going to make your way over towards the Colosseum. As you make your way to the Colosseum, the GPS will take you right past the Arch of Constantine. One thing I want to note, if you want to get a great view of the Colosseum, just on top of the metro there's a small bridge. You'll see it. A lot of people are standing on it. Go up there and get a great view of the Colosseum, a great place to take a picture. And also one more thing that I did not put on this walking itinerary is the Moses that was done by Michelangelo. It's only about a 5-minute walk. It's in the Basilica of San Pietro in Vincolo. Put that in your GPS, it'll take you right there, and you can continue on this itinerary when you're done with that. I definitely think it's worth your while, but just note it is closed in the afternoon from about 1 p.m. until around 4 p.m. Just a real quick important tip. Whenever you're walking throughout Rome on any of these tours, or really anywhere, and you need to use the restroom, public restrooms are far and few between, and when you do find one, they usually cost €1. But the Romans don't use those, they actually use the bars. The bars are where everybody picks up their morning coffee, their croissants. In the afternoon, you can pick up sandwiches. Those are also known as the restroom for the Romans, and so when you're in Rome, do the same thing. What I like to do whenever I go into a bar to use their restroom, I do purchase something small, espresso, a croissant, something where I'm spending around €1 or €2. Then I'm also using the restroom. You don't need to spend any money, but that's what you do in Rome, is you use the bars for their restrooms, and now when you gotta go, you know where to go. Be sure to check out our travel guide. I'll put a link to a short video in the description along with a discount code where you can pick that up for right around $20. It's a bargain. Lots of great helpful information if you're planning a trip to Rome, or if you know somebody who is, be sure to pass that along. And then you're going to make your way down the Via of the Imperial Forum.
Lady in red, she's dancing with me.
Now this, in my opinion, is a really cool stretch. It walks along the Imperial Forum. The forum's on both sides. Super interesting. Everywhere you look, it's just beautiful. They've got street performers, lots of people. It's pretty much a pedestrian-only area. There are a few taxis and buses in the area, but for the most part, it's pretty traffic-free, real fun street to walk down. And I think you'll really enjoy that walk.
Lo so perché sei qui e guardi verso me.
Via of the Imperial Forum from the Colosseum heads directly to Piazza Venezia.
Ma come faccio a dirti qual è la verità?
Now Piazza Venezia is where you're going to find the Victor Emmanuel Monument. That's that huge monument that can be seen from most areas of Rome. But behind the Victor Emmanuel Monument is the Campidoglio, or Capitaline Hill, and that's where you're going to find the Capitol Museum. But as you go up there, I've got on the GPS going up a very interesting staircase, one of my favorite staircases in Rome, and trust me, there are a lot of staircases in Rome. This one is uniquely special to me. I love it. As you get up there to the top, you're going to enter into the Campidoglio, and on the back side, on the GPS will take you to one of the greatest vista points of the Roman Forum that you're going to find. It's stunning. Take a look. From there, we're going to head over to another terrace. It's kind of a not well-known terrace. It's actually inside of a restaurant behind the Capitol Museum. You're going to go around the backside. The GPS will take you there, up a flight of stairs, into a small restaurant, and then out onto a beautiful terrace where you can get really incredible views of Rome. From the terrace, we're going to walk maybe 50 meters, if that, to a brand new exhibit called the Colossal Constantine. This is a huge statue of Constantine. I'm not sure how tall it is, 40, 50 feet tall. It's huge. It's actually a replica of the statue that was done of him, 2,000 years ago. In the Capitol Museum, there are still fragments of him, his big foot, his hand, and things like that. But this is a replica of the entire statue. I think you'll really enjoy that, so be sure to take a look at that. The GPS will guide you right over to it. And from there, we're going to go up one of my favorite staircases. I already told you another staircase. They both happen to be at Capitaline Hill area. But this other staircase heads up to La Basilica di Santa Maria, and this basilica is stunning, and that is where this second leg will end. Take a look at this basilica. It's really, really pretty. This is the end of leg 2. Leg number 1 I've already completed, and I will stick a link to that in the description of this video. For leg number 3, I'm working on that right now. It should be done in about 1 week. When it is done, I'll put a link at the end of this video as well as in the description. Leg number 3 basically starts right here at Capitaline Hill, where this one ended off, and it will take you past Trevi Fountain over to the Spanish Steps, and then along the way we're going to check out some really cool vistas, and then finally over to Piazza del Popolo. It's a real fun walking itinerary. I think you'll really enjoy it. All 3 of these can be, used back to back to back. Ideally, I can see somebody using one of these just to kind of jumpstart their day in Rome, take a 3-4 hour walking tour past many of the sites, and then enjoy the day as you see fit. And the following day, or maybe later that evening, do another one of these itineraries, taking you further into the city and showing you more interesting sites and things to do and see. We really appreciate everybody who's subscribed to our channel. To the next one, alla prossima, ciao.